All right.
Welcome to Bond SCX. This is week 29, July 18th to July 22nd. This is Lance, the Bargain Stock Bounty Hunter, back at you again. I've got Daz joining me again this week, and we're going to go through some good call outs for the week. Before we get started, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, nor am I advising anyone to spend their money. This is only for educational purposes and only my opinion. Any money spent is at the individual's own discretion and not due to any information from me. So if you're not familiar with the channel, typically I do a scan or screen on Saturday or Sunday before the week starts. And it's kind of an X mark the spot to kind of go and see what the charts look like for each of these stocks. And so I have a true value in the yellow column, and I have a trend. A trend of a 6 or 8 is a great trend in the right direction. Anything in the negatives is going to be in the opposite direction, going to be in a bearish direction. So typically I'll get started with the market and see where the market is, overall market. We'll start off with the NASDAQ, kind of analyze the NASDAQ composite and see where it's going and where it's been. And so as we projected over the last few months, the NASDAQ was going to come down to this range. It looks like it's following this trend pattern, this upward trend, almost bullish, not quite bullish. But we see last week projected to be a little higher, kind of fell down last week and supported on this, again, this yellow line that I drew out a couple weeks back. It looks like we're shooting this video, recording this video a day after the market's already started. So this is Monday. And so you can see the day in the market is supported on the teal line here. So if I zoom in real closely, what I have on here are a lot of lines, and these are the Williams Alligator and the EMA lines. And so what you'll see here, the teal, which is hard to see because they're all kind of tight here, it is being supported here. So the market opened up and came back down and supported here today. So that's a good sign. It didn't fall down below here. So we'll see if this market can continue. I think I project by Friday, the market would be somewhere in this 11,500 to 11,700 range by Friday. It might be able to pick up a little bit more steam and get back on this projected red bullish pattern here. So MACD looks good. Everything's still open up here. So we'll say the NASDAQ still looks good. It's a good buy range, good buy zone for the NASDAQ this week. Moving on to the New York Stock Exchange, seeing where it's at this week, and very similar. This is down in this zone of where we were projected to be based on previous support levels. So it's kind of fell down below those support levels. It fell down last week below that support level, kind of pulled back up. So it did not make the mark that I projected to be on based on historical bullish behavior. But we did see today the market did show support again on the teal line, which is a good support here. And so if we look at where it could be by Friday, I project possibly the New York Stock Exchange would be anywhere around the 14.6 to the 14.800 range. So we want to keep it in this zone here. If it falls below, we're definitely in a bad spot. So we're still, I would say, in a stock market crash, very close to in a recession. If we're not already in a recession, it's very much so a pre-recession phase. So with the interest rates going up again, I think there might be 2 more this year. I would expect that the market's still going to be a little shaky until we get past the interest rate hikes. So going with the call outs this week. So the first one on the list this week is a day trade or 1 week hold, TSRI. TSRI is a computer database company, very small company. True value coming in at $7.88. They're 13 cents overpriced and moving at a trend of a 4. And so TSRI is one we've called out before in the past. So we'll look at the charts, looking at where we've called this one out. And this one has been kind of a day trader's favorite. You kind of see where we called it out back in March 23rd and came down to our price point 2 times that week. Let me zoom in a little bit more here. Came down price point 2-3 times that week, 4 times this week, fell through a little bit and pulled up the next couple of weeks. And you see, if you got in at the price point where I called it out, change this here real quick, see what percentages we're looking at here. So you're looking at from here to here, and at 76% in 14 days. So TSRI has some potential. Very low volume stocks, that's something to be aware of, meaning there's not a lot of shares trading day to day. So this kind of manipulation here is that we see, you're looking at 837,000 shares for this small company, and you've seen the price points being bought out between $15 and $12. So again, another opportunity this week. We see it again, it called out here, came through and fell through. It's been down quite a bit since then. I think a good opportunity to get in if you think you can day trade with some of the best of them. This was a great one to kind of test your skills at, because volume is not very high, and so it could be some days where you only have 727 shares, some days where you only have 469, and that is not very much movement when you got that little shares trading. So, but looking at the opportunities here, again, you can make money off of anything in the stock market if you kind of take time and analyze them. See an opportunity here where it pulls back. It's got some resistance here. I think there's an opportunity today or this week in this pullback to get in probably around the range of $7.50. It is showing a bullish pattern. All the EMA lines are crossed over in the right direction. So everything is riding above the EMA lines, and that's kind of what you want to see. On the MACD, see a little bit of a pullback here, but everything's still pretty low on the MACD. So today you had 17,000 shares. So potential to come down to 750 is there. You can see some rangy days of 5% days. So possible. So I would go in at $7.50 for me this week. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm actually keyed in on TD Ameritrade. So $7.50 is my call out. That's what's your call out this week for TSRI.
Not too far from yours. I got $7.46.
$7.46. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like you. I see a pullback, but I don't necessarily know how much. Okay.
All right. 7.46 it is. We'll lock it in and we'll keep it here for us to see it next time around. All right. All right, next on the list is SentinelOne. So SentinelOne is one company we called out last week. Looks very good again this week. Coming in at a trend of a 2. So it's moving up slowly, steadily. It's 99 cents on sale. So this is what I like to see. So coming at a true value of $24.83. But I'm pretty sure based on today, how the market moved, I'm sure it's out of zone, out of range to get in tomorrow. So you may have to wait a couple days. So it looks like it came in under like some resistance here on the green. It's still above the teal, still kind of in zone of this, again, this slow movement of a 2 up trend. I do see the MACD starting to open up. And so not a bad one this week. We did call it out last week. It came down to price point here, fell below and it pulled back up on Friday. Did not make my projection by Friday, but did do pretty well, did decent as well. But definitely some opportunities again this week. I think you can get in a little bit lower price range. I feel like $21.85 is a better price this week from the $23.17 of my call out last week. And that's based on because the EMA lines are getting really tight. They're getting really flat. And so there's a possibility of some resistance come down and possibly some support back. And a lot of this depends on how the market moves. This one trades on the New York Stock Exchange. So if we see the New York Stock Exchange coming back up a little bit, that might pull this one up as well. So going in this week with SentinelOne at $21.85. So it's my call out for SentinelOne, $21.85. Guys, what's your call out for SentinelOne this week?
I like to see Sentinel at 22.31.
22.31. Okay. Still not a bad price at all. All right. Locking it in. Moving on to the next one this week. Another long-term potential long-term investment would be Delta Airlines. Good opportunity to get into Delta. I feel like this week. Another one moving at a trend of a 2 up, which is a decent trend. It's only 7 cents overpriced, coming at a true value of $30.02. So depending on how the market went for Delta today, you might have to wait a couple days to get into this one. Let's see what the market showed for Delta today. Yeah, it really popped up pretty hard today. So maybe too far out of range to get in this week. Definitely way above true value. So not probably a good one for as getting in this week, but definitely want to keep an eye on. I would say looking at the zone here, it's out of zone, which is good. Looking at the manipulation, the coverage here, looks like it's on its way to make that happen possibly this week or next week. So we'll see what happens with Delta. They just had earnings call. Looks like their earnings call was a little bit less than estimate, so not so great. And that's probably why it fell down some. But I would say Delta, if it does come back down, which is a possibility, it could resist on the blue here and fall back down sometime this week. I would say definitely, if you can get in at 28.96, definitely it's a buy there. And I would definitely make plans to put a alert there at 28.96 for me. That's what I'm going in with Delta this week. That's what's your call out for Delta this week?
Yeah, for me, I got a 28.17. That's what I wrote down. Yeah, 28.17.
That's close. That's real close.
I think I'm just playing the low in the past month though for Delta, honestly.
Yeah, playing I think you got what 28.10 here. Yeah, I got you. I mean, if you get in at 28.10 or even below that, I mean, you're still looking at a stock that typically is in this range here. You're looking at the $38, $35 range. So it's going to be back there. I mean, you see a lot of uncovered manipulation, even going back to June 1st, where it was at $42. So a lot of potential here. I mean, it's an airline company. Travel is not going anywhere. So yeah. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
I can give you credit here, man. I'm tripping. Trying to take credit for your call out and mine.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Next on the list, we've got going down a little bit. Carnival Cruise Lines. So Carnival's coming at a flat trend this week, going over the last month of data. It's 2 cents overpriced, and that's not bad. And $9.16 is a true value for Carnival. But if you saw Carnival today, I'm not sure where they ended up, but they jumped off pretty hard this morning. It looks like they ended at $9.65. So it's definitely above true value. I'll definitely wait on this one to come down some more. Did see a little bit of a pullback here. So I would say potential it could come to the blue and resist. You see it resisted on the red back in June 28th. So we'll see if it can bust through the blue EMA here or resist and come back down. Definitely project it could be anywhere in the $10 range by Friday. But I'll hope for it to come back down. I'll be bearish on Carnival Cruise Lines for the rest of this week till it gets down to $8.48, and I'm going to be bullish. So $8.48 is my price point for Carnival Cruise Lines. That's what's your call out for Carnival this week?
This week right here, it's Carnival's a tricky one, but I think 860 is okay.
860. Okay.
Yeah, like that's one that it got room to fall, but I think personally it's really undervalued overall because if you go back, it's been I think what like $40 before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's still inflation and everything too, but
It's been 27 within the last
27.
year. Yeah. It's man, the cake range is so tight here. It's yeah, it should definitely be in the 20s for sure. But yeah, it's definitely on.
Was it ever in the 40s? Real quick,
Let's go back and look here.
trying to think. Either that or
Yeah,
Norwegian.
51.
Yeah, okay.
51 back in January 16th.
2020. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And it fell down hard. It's been falling down hard since then. I mean, they fell how much they fell from here to here.
That's
That's
like 100
bad.
and something. It seemed like.
It's crazy. Let me redo that. Do it from this way so I can see it on the screen. Yeah, you're looking at 70 days, 85%. Man, they got slaughtered. Was that during COVID? What year was this?
Yeah, that's 2020, right?
Yeah, 2020. Yep. This was COVID. Yep. It was right before the pandemic hit January. So yeah. So in March it was done.
Uh,
It was done for. But if you got in at $7, and got out at 27, you're still looking at a good you're looking at 263%. So,
yeah,
hey, it's the time to get in when the market crashes, right?
yeah.
That's what we
And I
try to
think now,
preach.
and if you look at it now, where it's at,
Yeah.
I mean, even getting it at $9 probably not a bad entry for long term.
Yeah. So yeah, Carnival has some great opportunity. So hopefully it comes back down some this week though. And it's a little pricey for me. I'm a little cheap. Next on the list is Virgin Galactic. Got it as a short-term trade, coming in flat this week. 58 cents overpriced, true value of $6.77. So Virgin Galactic was one we called out last week and did pretty well. Did pretty well. Actually, well, I guess with the Boeing, I guess partnership, it really showed itself to be worthy. Boeing also did pretty good last week. So yeah, you can see where it went. It came down to our price point. Actually, came down it's like 3 days last week, then popped up right into the projected zone. So actually did a great job on this one last week, kind of analyzing this one. You do see today a little bit of a pullback, which kind of expect with this resistance line here. I do still think this week could probably be later on in the week. Depends on the market goes Wednesday and Thursday, but possibly get in this week. I feel pretty confident with $6.53. I think Virgin Galactic is worth it at $6.53. I look for a price point by Friday around the 734, 762 range, pretty close to where it was last week. Again, it's moving flat, so I wouldn't expect a huge swing in price. But I think if you can get in at 653 and get out that range, you're looking at 17% in a couple of days. So that's not bad at all. So I'm going in with Virgin Galactic this week at $6.53. Daz, what's your analytics on Virgin Galactic?
This one right here, I'm honestly unsure, but I put 683. No, that's not right. No, 673.
Okay.
I'm not. I guess I'm really not sure on this one though. Like I don't know if it's like long-term hold, a day trade. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we've called this one out a couple times this year. Did pretty decent here, fell through. He held on to it too long, so it's more of a day trade back here. Came to a low of 514, and it's been just slowly trading. I mean, this is natural trading action here. So it doesn't see a lot of manipulation, which is a good sign, especially when stock is just low in price. So I would think long term based on that. You do see uh, 31 million shares on 624, but the price stayed really tight, man. So people were loading up um, around that 666 range, 654 range. So yeah, 673 is good, definitely. All right.
I'm just 20 cents off on you on that one.
Yeah, we're close on that one. Next on the list is QuantumScape. So another one we called out last week, moving again at a flat trend. So not necessarily going up or down over the last month of data. 60 cents overpriced and coming in at a true value of $9.43. So looking at the charts on QuantumScape, you see they do have, looks like an earnings call coming up soon. What date is that earnings call? It's next week, 7/27. So you're looking out for that if you're looking to hold long term. I think for at least for a week trade, though, I think you can get in and possibly get out this week. Looks like today it had some manipulation on volume. Well, 8.5 million. Not so much on price action, but do see a resistance and a pullback here. So it did make the coverage that I projected last week that it would need to make to create a new manipulation point. So it met coverage here. So it covered that manipulation back from June 10th. And now we're looking forward to create another manipulation in the backwards direction. So I expect it to, if it busts through, that's good for those who bought. It does pull back down though. I'll be looking to get in at $8.66 this week, hoping to look at a opportunity to get out by Friday, somewhere around the $10 range, 1066 range. So looking at about 20% potential gain this week. If the market flows away, I expect it to flow. And so what price point did I say? 866. So going in with 866 on QuantumScape this week. So Daz, what you got on QuantumScape this week?
Honestly, yeah, I like it at 980. so yeah.
980. Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
reached enough for that one.
I think that's not bad.
980. 980 it is. And definitely opportunity for sure this week. And again, with it moving flat, you're going to expect a breakout. And by it already being low, I would expect the breakout to go in the upward direction. So, you really can't go wrong. This is the time to be to invest in the market. So, all right. Last but not least on the list this week is Joby. Joby is another company we called out last week, moving flat again this week along with the QuantumScape and Virgin Galactic. But Joby is an electric vehicle taxi company, air taxi company. And so looking at a 21 cents overprice, coming in at a true value of $5.05. So it's really right at a penny stock range, which could be good and bad. But I believe there's some potential with this one. So let's look at the charts on Joby this week and looking at where we called it out last week and where it's at this week. It did cover the manipulation, looks like today. Awesome. So had some manipulation that we called out for last week. On June 24th, we saw the manipulation. We said, hey, this is some manipulation. It's got to come back and cover. Drew out the line here last week. It didn't come down to our price point last week. It actually stayed above that. It did stay below true value quite a bit. It did come right into zone where I projected it would actually end by Friday. So if you got in last week, showing exactly what you could have made percentage wise, you're looking at about 7% in about a 5-day span, which is not bad at all. And then you see today it actually covered the manipulation, show some resistance pullback, which we expect, and see if it can come back down and touch back down to this other support. And so I'm looking at $4.89. If it comes down to that price point, I want it, I'm buying it, and hoping to potentially get out by Friday at $9.27. I'm sorry, at 9.27%, around 9%, at about $5.35. So it's already covered the manipulation from here. So it's got to create a new manipulation. So that manipulation may happen this week, which would be good for us to kind of point out and be ready to attack and jump in on the coverage for that. So $4.89 is what we're going in for Joby this week. $4.89 is my call out. So Daz, what are you going in on Joby at this week?
Yeah, I'm real bearish on that one. So I put a 461.
It's not bad. 461.
Yeah.
Okay. 461 it is. Nice.
I think that's gonna be hard for I don't know if it'll be this week, but I can see it pulling back there though. It's kind of hard to say.
I mean, it does have a resistance that's in a kind of a bearish pattern here. That's the thing, but it also has some support that's coming up in a bullish pattern. So it's coming to a convergence here. So if it does break out, as if we project the breakout in the upper direction, around August, mid-August is what you're looking at. But yeah, you could come back down quite a bit, potentially. So yeah, I would like it for a day trade though this week for sure. But yeah, 461. If I get in at 489, it comes down to 461, I'm getting in again. That's all I'm telling you. Going double up.
That too though. That's something I'm definitely watching it though.
Yep. All right. Anything else you got for the week, Daz? Anything you want to comment on?
For the week? No, not really. Not this week.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for week 29. Thanks for joining us and continue watching the videos. If you have any comments, please, put them in the YouTube at the bottom. Please like and subscribe, and please continue watching. Thanks for joining us.